Hey guys, how is everybody doing? Hope all you guys are having a tremendous week so far. Happy Friday. Feels good that baseball is back and spring training. But like I told you guys all week, I have a very, very special guest for you guys on this edition of Main Event Baseball with Ryan. So with all that said, it is my absolute honor and my pleasure to welcome my good friend, Paige.
Hello, everybody. Thank you.
So, Paige, first of all, tell us a little about yourself.
So I work for the Boise Hawks baseball team. I'm the marketing manager for them. Been here for a little over 4 years now. I moved here in Boise in November of 2019. And yeah, been here since. I love it here. Love working with the Hawks and everything. So it's a little bit about me.
Good. So yeah, here are the questions from everybody. Question one, you kind of already covered it, but I'll go into question two because you already told us what you do. What do you do basically with the Boise Hawks? And what's your favorite part of the job?
So yeah, the marketing manager, so a bunch of marketing stuff and sponsorship activation and run the social media and the on-field entertainment and, a little bit of everything.
If you haven't seen her on field entertainment, she's pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. But my favorite part of it all is probably like on a game day, it doesn't really feel like work sometimes, which I feel like is a good thing because you should, there's like the saying, love your job, you never work a day in your life, or something along those lines. Yeah. And I believe that's true. I like I said, game days are really fun for me, and just being out in front of the fans, and everyone comes here to have a good time, and so when you're the one providing that entertainment, and it's just, yeah, it feels good.
I'm glad and all that. So this is actually a question from former Boise Hawks player Trevor Minder. He wanted me to ask you if there is a rule in baseball, any rule at all that you could change, what would it be and why?
Oh man, a rule in baseball. I don't know if there's necessarily a rule that I would change, but with like the rule changes that have occurred over the past, season or two, I think like the pitch clock, especially the Pioneer League getting it was awesome to include that, because for us, it made the games go by a little bit faster, which was nice. And so, I don't know if there's necessarily a rule that I'd change, but I do like some of the rule changes that have been happening. So, yeah.
That's a fair answer. So what do you like to do in your free time in Boise? And
in my free time, I like to just kind of be outside, really. It's a beautiful place to be, and I like to go watch the sunsets every now and then drive up near Bogus and all that. I like going over to Lucky Peak in the summer. I'm always out there paddleboarding and everything. Just literally being outside doing anything possible is great for me, because I just enjoy the beauty of it all, and especially when it's nice weather. I can't complain about that.
Yeah, can't complain. Exactly like today too.
Yeah.
So, question. This is actually from my coworker Brooke, so shout out Brooke for this. But what is the best advice you were told in your life, and who told you it?
Best advice. That one's kind of hard. I feel like there's just so many things that are just a basic answer, but I don't know if it's advice, but I'd say a quote maybe. Yeah. My grandpa told me just this quote. He's just remember the good times. And not to get dark, it was at my grandma's funeral he told me that, but it stuck with me. It stuck with me. You got to remember the good times just through everything in your life, ups and downs, literally just remember the good things that have been happening and all that stuff. So I'd say maybe that's advice or quote. That
is a new one for me. I have never heard. Shout out to your grandpa on that. I love it. So, like I said, guys, Paige, marketing manager with the Boise Hawks. She's been doing it since 2019. So that brings me to my next question. Who is your favorite past Boise Hawks player?
Favorite past player? Well, since I started here, it was when we became not affiliated, so when we were in the Pioneer League, so I didn't experience too much of the affiliated ball. So I mean, I would say in affiliated, Garrett Hampson, past Boise Hawks, shout out to Colton Hampson.
Oh yeah.
But then throughout my years of players that I've encountered and everything, back in 2021, Miles Miller, that's my boy. I love that kid. He was back in 21 throughout the whole season and stuff, and we still chat every now and then. So he might be my favorite.
I could second that. Really good guy. Really got drafted by the Mariners.
Yep.
Played in the Northwest League for Everett. So but shout out Miles.
Yeah, shout out Miles.
We miss you. Come back. Who was your role model, like growing up?
I mean, it's hard. I don't think I really necessarily had one role model. Like throughout my childhood and everything, I played sports and everything, so I always looked up to athletes and
absolutely.
And all that stuff. Like a core memory, I feel like I always looked up to like Maya Moore in basketball, because that's kind of like my main sport, and stuff like that. And so it was just kind of like some athletes that I just kind of grew up watching, or some family members. Like my sister, I guess, could always be like a role model to me. I like to follow in her footsteps, or at least try to. But yeah, I'd say kind of in that area.
That's good. That's good. Shout out your sister on that. I mean, so going into what you just said, did you play any sports growing up?
Yeah. So starting at probably like 5 or 6 years old, I played Little League baseball, little co-ed team. I think I was like one of the 2 girls on the baseball team. I did that, and then kind of changed into softball up and through high school and everything. Played basketball for like 13 years, from like 4th grade until I played 2 years in college, so that was fun.
Okay.
Volleyball was throughout middle school, high school. And then I ended up doing track and field my senior year of high school. I did a little bit of shot put. That was a good time. Just because injuries. I messed my knee up, so I had to not play softball, and so I wanted to do something still sport-wise, so I just got into that. But
Okay, so you played college basketball. Where did you play at?
I played at Macomb Community College, so it was just at a JUCO for 2 years. But it was awesome. It was a really cool experience. We ended up, my freshman year, we won a state championship. So
there you go.
Yeah, it was very cool. I'm glad I did it. I mean, I got my first 2 years of school paid for, so I can't complain about that. But yeah, it was a good time. I liked it.
Got an athlete right now. And all that, but wow, that's a lot of sports.
Yes, I stayed active, yeah.
So prior to coming to the Boise Hawks, did you work with any other baseball teams or any other sports teams in general?
Yeah, going out of college, I needed some like internships and stuff to graduate, and so my first job in the sports world, I worked with the Kalamazoo Growlers in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which was the Northwoods or Northwest League, summer college bat league, wooden bat league. Started with them in 2018. I worked there for a season, and then once I graduated college, I needed just kind of to get more experience and everything, and so I got an internship with the Augusta Green Jackets. So then I moved down to Georgia or South Carolina on the border there in 2019. Worked with them, and then when I was done with that internship there, the owners of the team kind of just shipped me out here. So I've had those 2 teams as experience from before here.
And what was your job role with us? Was it the same or? Yeah,
with the Growlers, I was an entertainment intern. So I did a bunch of the stuff on the field. I was dancing on dugouts and stuff. And then in Augusta, I was the marketing and promotions assistant intern. So a lot of stuff that I do here already. So it was a cool kind of beginning and learn it all there. And then just to bring my experience here. So.
You'd be great with the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, they can always use it, something like that. So other than baseball, what sports do you like and why?
I love basketball. That's like my number one sport, I think. Actually, I might like it more than baseball, to be honest.
That's okay.
Yeah. That's just kind of what my go-to was growing up and everything, and I just grew to really love it. And so I'm always watching it, playing it when I can. I would say that's my favorite. And then I like watching football too. Football is probably up there. So yeah, those are my top ones.
Oh wow. All right. Not too bad. And all that. But yeah, who, going into the sports, who would be your favorite athlete, like all time, and why? It could be past, present.
I feel like I just gotta go with Kobe.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, I mean, just like another quote kind of that I live by is his "Be legendary" quote, and I just respect his game and everything, and just everything that he has done in his career, and that Mamba mentality is undefeated, man. But yeah, I would probably say Kobe.
We miss you, Kobe, don't we? Yes.
R.I.P.
Yes, we miss you. We miss you. We miss you. So, going into school, what made you want to work in sports?
I mean, sports was really the only thing that I had interest in. Like I said, growing up, I was always involved in sports and everything, and so I knew that going into a career, it's something that I would want to have interest in, like full interest in, and I knew that I wouldn't grow sick of it and everything, and so I just knew that sports was where I wanted to be and do something in it, and so that's kind of why I started. My first 2 years of college, actually, I wanted to be a police officer, so I studied criminal justice and law enforcement.
Okay.
And then, going into my junior year, and I transferred to a 4-year college, and I changed my major and everything, and so that's where I found sports management, and I just kind of went from there.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's a good story right there. And all that. And then my next question is, what are you most looking forward to in the upcoming Boise Hawks 2024 season?
Winning.
Yes.
Lots of winning.
That is definitely one of mine.
Yeah, that's the goal, to get a championship here. We were close in 2021, so just kind of experiencing that, the playoffs and the championship series and everything was awesome. And so I think we have a good squad coming back, and these new players and everything. So I'll just be excited to work with them and just get the fans out here and just bring out some new entertainment and all that stuff. Just like in season is just the best for me, so I'm just even just looking forward to having the season here.
Yes. And if you guys are wondering, the last time the Hawks did win a championship is all the way back in 2006. So they were affiliated with the Cubs at that time. And then, what is your favorite Olympic sport, like all time, and why?
Oh man, Olympic sport. I feel like I was actually just having this conversation with someone. I mean, I think a lot of them are cool just to see, and because on a normal daily or yearly basis, you don't see a lot of those sports or hear a lot about them. But
absolutely.
I feel like for some reason tennis is always really cool and exciting. And then obviously, again, basketball.
Yeah.
Just to see, the best of the best go out there and play. And that's even in all the Olympics. So I think all of them are cool to see. Like I said, you don't hear about those on a normal daily basis. So just kind of, getting involved and seeing all the sports is cool.
Wow. Oh man. Well, as always, Paige, thank you for taking this time with me and everybody. And then for the rest of you guys, we are 88 nights away from the 2024 Boise Hawks home opener right here, Hawks Memorial Stadium at 7:15, correct? First pitch?
7:05.
7:05. 7:05 first pitch. It will be against the Grand Junction Jackalopes. But yes, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and that thumbs up. Make sure you haven't subscribed, you subscribe as well. And tomorrow, make sure you join me right back here on the channel as I welcome another special guest, my good friend Alyssa. But as always, Paige, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Awesome.
All right, guys, have a great rest of your Friday.